Have you ever watched the movie and thought, how did they make that creature look so realistic? What kind of message was the creator trying to give? Or maybe you may have thought, like me at times, and thought, why did they even think this was a good idea? When I was younger, I used to watch films differently than I do today. I guess the best way I can describe it is just watching things at surface value. I didn't have the same appreciation that went into its creation. Whether you're watching a 30-minute sitcom or a 3-hour adventure film, the same general process happens to bring ideas to your screen. According to the website Statistica, TV and video revenue worldwide is about $286 billion a year, US currency. Considering that the highest grossing film of 2019, Avengers Endgame, grossed about $2.8 billion, you can imagine just how large this industry is. Today I will inform you of what it takes to bring a film to life, from idea to ultimately TV, phone, or computer screen. I hope that by the end you may have more appreciation of the work that is done behind the scenes in an industry that has brought so many memories to people all around the world. There are many aspects involved in creating film. Everything begins with an idea. The idea gets worked on, and eventually there's a script. Once the script is done, filming can begin. After the filming, the tedious post-production process begins. My goal today is to give you a quick tour of what these processes involve. There are around 50,000 screenplays submitted to the Writers Guild of America each year. Of all those, only about 150 get selected to be made into film. With these numbers, even an original idea can have a hard time standing out if it's not presented well. This may take months or even years, depending on how good the creator wants to make it. If you're a writer just on your own time and working at your own pace, this can take even longer. Unfortunately, if you're a writer hired by a studio, you're most likely going to have about 10 to 12 weeks to come up with a draft. And the draft includes what's happening, where, why, and how. Pretty much everything. So it's a lot of work. It's a collaborative effort done by writers, artists, and even some consultants if there's fields involved that the writer is not familiar with. All this happens before the script is even considered by a studio. Once all the finances are figured out, the filming process can begin. Once a story is selected to be made into film, a cast and crew can be put together based on the producer's budget. One of the big hurdles that happen first is the choice of actors. Extras can run from $9 to $25 an hour. Main actors can be about $2,000 to $8,000 a week. The top actors can demand significantly more. The highest paid actor of 2019, Dwayne Johnson, was paid $23.5 million for his role in Jumanji: The Next Level. And that doesn't even include the royalties paid after the film was released. However, the choice of actors can quite literally make or break a film, so it might be worth the money. The next is the crew. This includes directors, stuntmen, people who put the sets together, as well as assistants for all these people, because they all have assistants. The most significant role is the director, as the director can determine the flow of the film, the camera angles, location, and pretty much everything. If you ever watched the movie and had gotten a little bit lost in what was going on, you couldn't figure out why things were happening, while it can be the fault of studio executives coming in a little bit afterwards, more than likely it's a fault of the director. Locations are chosen all around the world. This can also attribute to how long a film takes, as you're trying to bring a cast and crew everywhere around the world. Some directors opt to create a set, giving the illusion of being in an exotic location while really being in the middle of the city. Once all the filming is done, then it's handed over to the post-production crew to finish up. Post-production process is just as important as the other parts. Poor editing can make a film impossible to follow. Poor special effects can make a movie look like it was made in the 90s. The epic reveal of the bad guy can be ruined when it looks like something from a kid's video game. The majority of the work is done on computers by a number of people depending on how ambitious the film is. A long film with a lot of special effects can end up taking longer in the editing process than the filming process. Many choices are made during this part. The director can review some of the scenes and pretty much just decide to change scenes completely. They can remove characters, they can change things. The 2018 film, The Predator, was famously known for this, as the finale ended up getting reshot, changing not only the ending, but just completely removing characters from the movie. Finally, after all the editing is done, all the sound is synced, and all the special effects are added, the film is ready to be watched. In closing, I would like to review on what I talked about. Everything begins with an idea. This includes film. The ideas are cultivated and turned into a script. After that, the cast and crew come together to make a film. Once filming is done, the post-production process begins to put everything together. Now, I understand that a film can be enjoyed without knowing all of these details. However, if you do think about these things next time you're watching your favorite movie or TV show, I'm confident that you'll find a new appreciation for the art that is filmmaking. In fact, you may even find yourself liking other films that you didn't like before. Thank you.